So earlier today, I tried taking a ride just to go clear my head and to go read the manual for the motor on the bike, and because I finally decided to read it for the first time. I've had the bike for a year, and a couple things I didn't know, which was cool, like about putting a fuel injector in there and shit. Um, so I cleared my head, I read the manual, and ended up going and taking a detour trying to go down towards a certain area, and ended up kind of getting lost because I'm not from around here. Um, and bumped into this kid on the side of the road while I was grabbing this table right here. And what's cool about this table, it's like an art table, or I think it's called a design table. But what's cool about it, it's got this plug that you can plug it in, and it has two outlets built into it, as well as two USB ports built into it, which is pretty fucking cool. Because you just plug plug the fucking table in, and it's a power strip for four things. So like I can charge my vape, I can charge my phone, I can have a light plugged in or whatever. I have a computer and a printer, whatever. So it's pretty fucking cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use it in the shop, obviously. So what's cool is right now I have that Rubbermaid bin over there, just past the orange thing on the stool. I have the Rubbermaid bin that's got like my grinder and my drill and shit sitting on it. So I'm just gonna have this table plugged in. Right now, I have, you can see where that extension cord is. I got that white pole with a weight at that end. So when you pull this end, it comes down. Then that way my extension cord pulls back up and it's not in the way, not on the ground or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that to the table, and then I don't have to worry about where cords are. And I'm just going to keep my drill and my grinder and everything on this table, and it's going to be where I do shit instead of kneeling down to do it. So it's going to be fucking cool. And I can charge the light from my bike on it. I can also charge my, like I said, my phone or my vape or whatever. So that's pretty cool. So when I found that, I was trying to strap it to my bike because kids started riding by me on a BMX. I started asking me questions. Are you in a bike gang? And I corrected him and told him they're called motorcycle clubs. But so I asked him, why do you have half of a handcuff on your bike? And he was like, oh, it's part of a toy, but it broke. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, dude. And he was like, yeah, you can have it. And I didn't ask for it, but he gave it to me. So I now have half of a handcuff. So I think that's going to be kind of funny. Tell people that, like, fucking, oh yeah, I escaped or whatever. Because people ask me all the time, what'd you pay for that, dude? And grandma's advice to me was tell them I didn't pay anything. I stole it or something like that. So that's what I'm going to go with. Handcuffs are going to be cool. But I also stopped by my buddy, my late buddies, and there were some people there, and they gave me this. Um, you can see it. It's like a bracelet, but it was kind of fucked up. So I did these two braids. It had like the box braiding, um, going with the beads and everything. I think it was a bracelet, and then here and here they would have like slid on each other or whatever, but it was fucked up. So I just braided the extra string and then tied it so it's around there. And hanging on it was this, which is pretty cool. So I got that, um, which I'm gonna represent, because I love the guy like a brother. Um, and then a camera that I'm not sure if it works or not, but it's like it's either a webcam or a um, like security camera or whatever, but it's got night vision and shit, so that's pretty cool. But I don't really know where I was going with this. Just the handcuffs pretty cool, but I met that kid, so I'm kind of thinking about trying to find that area again and kind of like maybe mentoring the kid a little bit. He looked Asian or something, but seemed like a cool kid and definitely wanted to hang around me. He asked my name. I told him my name. His name was Jaden, and I remember that because of Joe and Carla's kid, Jaden. And he asked my name, and then he repeated my name to me like six times because he kept saying goodbye. And he was like, "All right, bye, Bob," and then he'd ride away, and then come back, and then say something else, and then be like, "All right, bye again" for the second time, and then did that until he was like, "All right, bye for the fifth time," and just kept doing it. But he was like lingering around and kept telling me how much he liked the bike and all that. One cool thing I seen, because there's a dude that has a bike that he made. It's a bicycle that he put one of the motor kits on, and I saw this today for the first time. Where, so you see, I got the pink lines there, the air line, the fuel line. So on his, he used one of these from the sink, and the tubing inside apparently does not react to gasoline like this stuff does, because this one still very flexible, very pliable. This one exposed to gasoline, solid, hard, um, almost like heat shrunk. So I'm going to use this because he did, and it's worked for him so far. So for this one that goes from here to the back, I should be able to, because I have all different sized ones of these, all different lengths. I should be able to take one, just take these end pieces off and still have these little caps on there, to do that full length on that side. And then for this side over here, I should be able to open them up and possibly save these end pieces to kind of make it look neat where it meets here and meets here. Um, but it would look so much better, I think, than the pink tubing, to have some of this there instead. So the bike will be all black and chrome again instead of black, chrome, and pink. So we're gonna see that in the near future. And if nothing else, I mean, just this metal mesh is fucking cool enough. But terminating it into those things is ideal. And I mean, unless I could terminate it some other way, I don't want to like terminate it with tape or anything. But um, when I do, I think when I terminate it with these things, because these flare out like that, I'm gonna take it back to where those divots are. Um, come around it with a file or whatever to bring that edge all the way back to there, so it's not as flared out as that. But that'll be pretty fucking cool. Well, that's all I got.